Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Mike and Ant. We're here for our game picks, week 8 NFL game picks. What's going on, bro? How's your night going?
My night's going pretty good. Dodgers won, so I'm happy.
Listen, I hear that. Look, I'm already getting attacked. Cat's breaking in the door. Come in, fella. What's up, man? You all right? No camera time for you. I want to go ahead.
I was gonna say though for the World Series though, like Toronto, they play in a dome. I don't know why. Like it just looks so weird to me, like watching baseball being played indoors.
Nah, it definitely did. And the Dodgers got blown out. I still got the Dodgers in 6, but we'll see how it goes. What's your prediction on that?
Uh, I was hoping five so they could close it out here, but if it goes six, then we'll go back to Toronto. And you just never know what happens. That's what happened in the last series. They went back to Toronto down 3-2 in one of those two games.
I just can't see them taking them out 4 straight games right now. I mean, it's possible, but after the way game 1 went, it just doesn't look likely. Toronto, maybe they just came out looking good and they fall apart after, but Toronto looked good game 1.
Yeah, and they were getting after Yamamoto, even though they just couldn't score.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll see.
we'll see. Yeah, well, you're right. We'll see how it goes, man.
I know Toronto can hit though.
Yeah, yeah, and I know you let them know you out there in the mean streets of LA. You need that Dodgers victory, man. We ain't playing games out here. I mean, we don't need parades in Canada.
Hey,
but I want to let people know in the beginning of this, or before we even get started, we're obviously partnered up with W Energy. QR code below. Any purchases you get, make sure you use the code Mob Squad 508. It gives you 10% off. Help us, help W Energy. Both of us grow and help us continue to bring this content to you. So definitely don't hesitate to use that. The QR code, excuse me, the QR codes below and the code you need to use is below, along with our Insta. I mean, Insta. Look at me shooting off. But our Twitter or X at symbol. So if you want to follow us at Mob Squad 508 at Anthony Thomas on X or Inspector underscore Ant, I should be saying go ahead and do that now. And also subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up. But let's dive into these games, bro.
all right, so the first game we got is the Miami Dolphins at the Atlanta Falcons. Dolphins 1-6. Atlanta is 3-3. The big story in this game though is that Michael Penix got hurt in practice, so Kirk Cousins will get the start. And for Miami, Mike McDaniel, they were questioning if he's going to bench Tua. He said no. And last week we talked about how like they were calling some people were calling Tua like a snitch for the things that he said, and you said that you believed that Miami will win because you feel like there's some people on Tua's side, but maybe nobody's on Tua's side. Maybe they just don't
Waddle,
give a fuck.
Waddle with one catch. That was the biggest disappointment of that game because you're thinking that's his boy. He's gonna show out. Could be a
Maybe Waddle's one of the people that don't come into practice that don't go to meetings.
I was thinking that. So that's the messed up part. But going into it, I assumed that they had a good relationship. Um, Obviously coming from Alabama and going into the NFL, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
played
it's
together in college.
yeah, maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because one catch, and there was a couple of grabs where I feel like Waddle could have one of them was like a drop in the end zone, maybe a little bit good defense, but you still could have came down with it. And there was a couple of the catches he definitely could have caught. So you're right. Maybe he could be one of those guys.
We never know. But what's your thoughts on this game and Kirk Cousins getting the start?
Um, the Falcons will look better this week just because Cousins right now is probably better than Michael Penix. Penix hasn't looked good the past few games, or just say he's been up and down this year. So I think stability. Expect Kyle Pitts to disappear again because for some reason Kirk Cousins doesn't use him. That is one thing that you're going from Penix to Cousins. But London, I have a huge game. Falcons should win this game going away. I don't think that the Dolphins would be able to compete much. I think, like I said, it's going from a project to a viable starting quarterback. Falcons should look better.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the point spread is Atlanta 7 point favorites.
Uh, I'd run from this spread, but if I gotta pick it, I'm gonna go with the Falcons covering the spread.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Falcons cover. To me, it doesn't really matter who's the quarterback. I think Miami, they're just not that good. So
Yeah,
I think they're gonna lose this game regardless. And we talked about it last week. They got bigger things that they got to worry about. With players just really not respecting the coach.
yeah,
And honestly, I don't even know why he's even still there.
yeah. I agree. And it came out that they have no intentions of firing him this year at all.
Yeah, that's what the owner said. Like they have no intentions of firing him. Maybe they just want to wait until the end of the season, give him that.
I mean, maybe they want try a little stability. They are one of those teams that kind of fire coaches all the time. Maybe they give him a little bit longer leash. I don't know, but with his interviews, I would have fired him 3 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, even if they want to give him a longer leash, if they're gonna keep him there, they got to do like a complete rebuild and get rid of everybody because those the players that they got right now don't respect them. That's why they're not showing up to meetings.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And I think and I got Atlanta covering.
I mean, one thing I want to add in: if I'm the owner, I'm getting rid of the coach because they got good players. Like I think that's like kind of a given. If just say I mean, I guess technically they didn't have to trade Ramsey, but even if you just look at it, right, Ramsey's gone. They still got decent players on defense. They still, I mean, technically can keep Tyreek Hill. They can keep Waddle. Um, I don't know about the Tua or Ewers experiments. Tua Ewers kind of seems weird going from Tua to Ewers, but um, they I mean, I guess they could if you could try to stabilize this if you don't believe in the quarterback, bring in a quarterback. But they got players. Waller looks like a stud again. Waddle's pretty good. Hill's, at the top of his position when healthy. The A chain's good. So they at this point, if I'm the owner, I feel like your team's good enough. This is a coaching thing. This the same team for the most part that dropped 70 points, right?
Yeah,
So
but that's before but they also had the same coach too back then.
yeah, I know, but what I mean is I think this is a players giving up on the coach situation versus if you if you restart the whole team, you're giving up a lot of good players and you're rebuilding a lot of things where you have good players. I feel like this just might be them players don't respect that coach. So if you brought in a coach, you got good players. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying this is the guy, but just say like Rex Ryan came in there and he demanded and he got you at meetings. You got a good team. You don't got you don't got a 1-16. That's not what I look at when I look at this roster. So I would get rid of the coach, me personally.
so you're basically saying like instead of blowing it up, just get rid of the coach.
Yeah, because why would you blow it up when you got good players all across the board in a lot of positions? You're missing a couple of things and you're probably just missing coaching. If you blow it up, you're talking about getting rid of all your good players and you're really restarting. You have a wide receiver one, you have a wide receiver two, you have a tight end one, you have an RB one, you have pass rushes. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you're blowing it up, why? It seems like a coaching thing. And if you look at him at the podium after those games, it sounds like a coaching thing.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I have nothing more to add to that. So we both agree Atlanta will win this game. You're staying away from the point spread. I got them cover. And then we have Chicago. Next up, we have Chicago at Baltimore. Chicago 4-2, Baltimore 1-5. I'm actually surprised the Ravens are 2.5 point favorites. Lamar Jackson will not play in this game, so he's going to be out once again. But I'm surprised the Ravens are favorites despite the fact that Lamar's not playing, and Cooper Rush has looked terrible this year.
Do you think this is Vegas throwing a little subliminal into the pipeline right here?
Oh, for the Bears,
How does it make sense for the Ravens? Bro, they're giving up 40 points. They're not scoring points. Even their
yeah,
best players are fumbling. They got no stability. I don't think Cooper Rush is playing. I think they brought Huntley back, so I think Huntley may be playing. But I got the bottom line put like this. I'll make it simple. I got the Bears winning. So I don't know what they got going on with the spread, and I really don't care who's playing quarterback. It's not Lamar. So I got the Bears winning the game. What about you?
I agree. I got the Bears winning the game, so obviously they're going to cover the 2.5. But do you think it's time for Harbaugh to? Do you think it's time for them to fire Harbaugh? He's
Nah.
been there for 18 years, and maybe they just like I don't know. Maybe they need a new voice.
Mm, uh, I think that Harbaugh is the only reason why that offense looked as good as it was since Lamar's been there because he specifically tailored it to him. Harbaugh's a great coach. The thing is this, right? And I'll be very simple with you. You fire him. Who you hire? Find the upgrade. Because I would say there isn't one. I would looking in the landscape of how it is. So my thing is Harbaugh and Lamar's kind of intertwined. So if you're gonna give up on Harbaugh, you're giving up on the system. You might as well trade the quarterback too. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they're in like an awkward marriage. But I definitely wouldn't get rid of him. He's one of the top 10 best coaches in the NFL, whether he wins or not.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't think you should get rid of him after one bad year. But I heard there's rumors that this could be his last year.
Yeah, I mean I could see them mutually parting ways, but I could also see him instantly going to another team next year and offering them something to bring them out with him. Like you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like that marriage is just it is what it is. I mean,
They intertwined together.
yeah,
It'd be like any given Sunday where wherever Al Pacino goes, that's where Jamie Foxx went.
that's what I think it is. Because I think even when Lamar went through all that contract stuff, it wasn't with Haba. You know, he wanted to pay him. He was like adamant that Lamar's his guy, but he just don't make those decisions. You know,
Yeah, that
so
was that was the GM's problem.
yeah. So if they give up on Haba, I think that you're giving up on the quarterback too. Or even if you don't immediately, the next guy that comes in there is gonna find a way to blame Lamar to go get his own guy, which inevitably would probably end up Lamar going with Harbaugh anyways, no matter where he goes.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Think you'd see him go to a team that doesn't have security at the quarterback, and it would already signal he's coming for him. See what I'm saying? Like I don't think Harbaugh will go to a team that like you know, say it's a Caleb Williams if they're secure there, or if it's Josh Allen, you're not going to see one of those moves. You're going to see a lateral move where he's going to go to a team where you know they're looking for a quarterback, like the Saints. You see, it's come like
Yeah,
you know where his intentions are. Lamar be there in a second. You feel me? So that's how I look at that. But I absolutely would. This 20 out of what 32, there's probably 22 coaches I'd be on board to fire right now. And it's not because they're doing bad jobs, it's just because you probably could find an upgrade, right? He's someone that's not in that loop that I would get rid of.
yeah. I mean, I agree. I agree with you on Harbaugh. All right. So next game we got the Buffalo Bills 4-2 at the Carolina Panthers 4-3. Carolina after that slow start, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. Buffalo, however, is 7 point favorites,
Yep.
and Bryce Young is out, so Andy Dalton will get to start in this game. My thoughts are which Buffalo team is going to show up. They've been kind of inconsistent. They've lost 2 games in a row. They're becoming too Josh Allen reliant, and that defense hasn't really played well the last few games either. And I think with Carolina, Andy Dalton's more than capable to pull out a win or two here. So I think I'm taking Buffalo to get the win, but I think Carolina covers the 7.
Yeah. I'm leaning in your direction, but I'm gonna switch up a little bit. I'm gonna say Dalton probably throws like a late game pick six. I think they will put up points, but I'm gonna go with the Bills covering.
Okay, but we both got the Bills to win. Just I don't got them covering. You do have them covering.
Yeah, correct.
All right. And then next up, we have the New York Jets, 0-7 at the 3-4 Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati 6 point favorites in this game. The story of this game is the owner of the Jets. They were asked if they're going to fire Aaron Glenn, and he said that no, basically saying, "How can you expect any coach to win when your quarterback's playing that way?" Basically, throwing Justin Fields under the bus.
Crazy.
And yeah, and Justin Fields is getting the start again because Tyrod Taylor got hurt in practice. So they were going to start Tyrod. He gets hurt in practice, and now they're stuck playing Justin Fields again. And Aaron Glenn, he is closing in on Dan Campbell's record for most losses to start a coaching career. Dan Campbell went 0-11. Aaron Glenn right now is at 0-7. So we'll see if he can catch up. Hopefully, the Jets are as patient with him as the Lions were with Dan Campbell for him to turn that thing around. But anyway, what's your thoughts on the game between the Bengals and the Jets? Bengals 6 point favorites.
All right. So first thing is I don't see the Bengals covering that spread. I am gonna go with the Bengals to win, but this is my upset alert of the week. I know that Phil's probably got a lot to prove. Um, I I know the Bengals should win this game, but it just kind of has trap written on it, right? Especially when Phil's has a lot to play for. So I would say watch out for the upset alert, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals not covering the spread but winning the game.
I got the Bengals winning and covering. I think for the Jets at this point, yeah, Fields might play better, but overall, I think they want that number one pick. So I could see them doing some things like not targeting Garrett Wilson or maybe put sitting guys a couple guys on the bench on
Betting on the
key
under.
third down plays.
What about betting on the under? Is that on the board?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the I gotta look up the over under and how many points they have for this game.
Over under 2 catches till they decide to look at him. It's just like, bro. But yeah, I hear you. This is more of a toss up. I think that the brains wanted me to say Bengals cover and agree with you, but there's like just like a little gut feeling here that I feel like Jets might steal this game. So that just tells me it may be closer than expected. That's why I went with that.
I mean, they got to win at least one. They got to luck around and win one time.
Yeah,
I don't see them going 0-17.
yeah, me neither.
All right, so we'll move on. We got San Francisco 5-2 at Houston 2-4. Houston's 2.5 point favorites, which surprised me. The Niners first place in the NFC West. Houston in last place in the AFC South. I mean, no, third place in the AFC South. The Titans are in last place. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Niners, Texans, Texans 2.5 point favorites.
I'll be quick. Niners win this game. I'm gonna root for the Texans to win. You obviously know for obvious reasons, but I'll make it simple. Niners win this game easy.
I agree. I'm surprised that they're actually underdogs. Well, I mean, they're only 2.5, but still, I'm surprised Houston's favorite. Also, Houston coming in a short week, and Houston's just not that good.
Yeah,
And, and Niners, even with the injuries, I mean, they're still finding ways to win. I don't know how they're doing it,
yeah. And
but
I'm I don't think Nico Collins is playing either. So they're missing.
Yeah,
Kirk, he's not playing. Christian Kirk's not playing. So they're understacked at wide receiver. Their running backs haven't done shit all year. Their quarterback has looked atrocious. Their O line hasn't blocked anyone. I get it. They have a good defense. I will give them that, right? The fact that they could be favored in this game is almost laughable. So it's just that no way I see them winning this game.
and also too, I expect Mac Jones to bounce back after having his worst game of the season last week.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when he could throw 15 passes and hand it off 20 times to Christian McCaffrey, his job's not too hard. So,
Nope.
I mean, he should be all right this week.
All right, and then next we got Cleveland at New England. Cleveland 2-5. New England 5-2. New England is 7-point favorites in this game, despite Cleveland having a top two defense. So maybe they expect Dylan Gabriel to throw some interceptions. And the Browns, they also announced this week too that
Yeah.
there's a chance Deshaun Watson might come back.
Yeah, they also announced that um, Sanders is not going to be dressed with like a back injury. And I forgot who it was, but they got somebody else playing backup this week. Stefanski is doing everything in his power to not let Sanders see the field. Or he's sitting him this week. Maybe he has to trade. Maybe somebody wants him. I was thinking that too. Um, what do you think of with that? I don't think he's injured.
I think Stefanski, he just wants to prove to everybody that Gillen was the right pick.
I agree, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the guy he wanted. What do you think with the game though?
My opinion on the games, I think New England's going to win this game, but I think Cleveland could cover, but that depends on if they can not turn the ball over.
Yeah,
If they don't turn the ball over and Dylan Gabriel plays clean, then I think it'll be a close game. I think their defense is good enough to keep them in it, even though I think New England will still win this game because New England's just a better team.
I'm gonna say this. Maybe it's what's in the air out here. I think New England's the truth right now. I think they blow them out. I think this is a blowout alert. I think the Patriots throw the bag over their head and drag them out the stadium. Probably like a 40-10 type game. So we'll see. We'll see if the smoke in the air is real, but I think the Pats blow them out.
You think it'll be a blowout?
I think it'll be a blowout.
I think and to your earlier point, Bailey Zappi, that's the one. He got a former Patriot,
Yeah, there you go.
Bill Belichick's guy, but they moved him up from QB3 to QB2.
Yeah, and Sanders is listed with a back issue. I'm not buying it, but regardless, I don't think that the results will end the same. I mean, I don't think the results will end any different. I think that the Pats blow them out.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I think it might be a blowout, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's close. I'm not really sure. I don't know where I'm going with this game, but I think Cleveland could cover. I take that back. I think it'll be a close game. I think Cleveland will cover. I just changed
Yeah,
my mind 5 times
I think if
already.
it's close, I'll give you the brain twist. If it's
Yeah,
close, the Browns probably will win,
you think so?
and I think it's like one of those games where there's no in between. It's like you get blown out or you win. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
But we both got the Pats in that game. Then
Yeah,
we have the rematch, the New York Giants 2-5 at the Philadelphia Eagles 5-2. The Eagles are 7.5 point favorites in this game. So I guess the Eagles being the favorites, they must
yeah,
think that what happened 2 weeks ago was a fluke. The
yeah.
Giants got to be kicking themselves, man. They blew that game last week, and they got rid of the kicker. They brought in Young Hoo Koo.
He's
So yeah, I mean that kicker they had the cost him the game. He missed 2 extra points.
yeah,
And I
way
know
cool.
the reason why Koo was even a free agent was because he cost Atlanta a game.
Yeah, but
early in the season.
he was dealing with injuries. Like I've seen him money from 50, 50, 50, 50. Like he's been way more better than bad. You know what I'm saying? Or good than bad. So that's an upgrade. We knew you said it when he got released. He wasn't gonna be on the market long. You know, he's a
Nah,
good kicker. Shit happens, you know, but um
I was actually
I
surprised though. They said that. My bad. Sorry to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
But they say he's actually a Jersey kid, and he grew up watching the New York Giants, root for the Giants. And I thought he was from like Korea. I didn't know he was from Jersey.
Yeah, he might be in the right spot where he needs to be. But I do believe the Eagles win this game. I do believe the Giants are the truth. I don't believe this spread even gets close to covering. It's like a 3-point game in my mind. But
So you think
I
the Giants cover?
yeah, Giants gonna cover this spread for sure. Giants might win this game. I believe that for real. But I'm giving the Eagles the benefit of the doubt here. You know, but if the Giants jump on them, they might be in trouble again. They might just kind of know how to play them. And tush pushes go out the window once you're down 14, 17. It's like nobody cares about that shit when you're down a couple touchdowns. But I do it with that being said, I look at this like 23-20. You know, if it's a high scoring game, the Giants win.
So you don't see the Giants blowing them out a second time?
Uh, I see the Eagles winning this with a small margin, but not covering the spread.
Yeah, and actually, I agree with you. I think the Eagles win, but I'm with you though. It's gonna be a close game. It might be like 24-21, 23-20, something like that. But I
27.
got the Eagles. Yeah, yeah, I got the Eagles pulling it out. I think the Giants they're still too young,
Yeah,
and maybe playing up, trying to win, learning how to win on the road, is something they still haven't been able to master yet.
yeah, for real. And I think Dodge still needs to get going more in the passing game. He's still more on the freestyling stage, so he's not really going through progressions and stuff. Eventually, he's gonna start needing to get to those. You know,
Yeah, I mean that's why he threw that terrible pick. I don't know. He wasn't going through his progressions. He tried to force it to his first read.
yeah, he's still freestyling a little bit, which is it works out a lot with him, but it's not gonna be consistent. You know, he needs to go through his progressions.
But that comes down to coaching.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so we both got both got the Eagles winning. We got the Giants covering. So we'll just move on to the next game,
yeah.
and we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay 5-2, New Orleans 1-6. Unfortunately for Tampa, though, they're out with Mike Williams. He broke his collarbone. He may miss the rest of the season.
Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans. Is that what I said?
He said Mike Williams. You dug
Oh,
you dug deep with that one, Mike
I
Williams.
know. Yeah, he played for the Buccaneers too. R.I.P.
Yeah, he definitely did. Rest in peace.
But yeah, so Tampa's 3.5 point favorites in this game. They got the ass whoop on Monday night against the Lions. But I'll be quick with this though. I think Tampa Bay wins this game and they cover the 3.5. I think they bounce back this week. New Orleans, they're not a good team. Even though Spencer Rattler,
He fell
he's
apart.
trying. He's trying.
He fell apart last week.
Yeah, he did against the Bears.
Yeah, he fell apart. But yeah, I'm with you all the way on this. This game doesn't need much to talk about. Buccaneers win, they cover. I got a bold prediction. I got K Dot and dropping 2 touchdowns this week in this game. Remember, I said that 2 tubbies in this game. The Saints are gonna lose this game by a lot.
Yeah, I can see this being like a 20-10 type of game.
You're
Even though
being,
you never know with Tampa Bay, because
you're being nice. I think what Baker comes out and does to him is more like probably 44 to like 14. Think he comes out and doesn't. They have to apply the mercy rule where he gets benched somewhere in the fourth quarter. Like leave them alone. Like I think it's gonna be one of those games. You remember he just got his ass whooped last week. I think he's gonna take it out on these boys.
I was gonna say that you never know with Tampa Bay because every game for them has been close.
It has, but I just think this is the one week where last week, remember I told you I think they'll get blown out because they're not
Yeah,
as good as people think they are. Well, this week is the opposite. they're gonna blow the Saints out because they're a lot better than that team,
The
and they ain't
Saints.
having it this week. So I think this is probably the most definitive blowout of the week. The Buccaneers are gonna jump on them. They're gonna jump on them early. I'm not buying into the divisional stuff this week. I think Tampa routs them.
Well, I mean, Atlanta, Carolina was a divisional game. Carolina won that game
Yeah.
30-0.
I think this is where we're going. This is what I'm telling you. Like this is where we're going down the rabbit hole of do you want to show mercy or not this game, because the Buccaneers are gonna beat the shit out of it.
All right. And then the next game we have Dallas at Denver. Dallas 3-1. Denver 5-2. Denver's 3.5 point favorites at home.
Yeah,
For the Cowboys, they put Trayvon Diggs on IR. And also, too, the Cowboys have not beaten the Broncos in 30 years when the triplets were there. So since the triplets retired, they have not beaten the Broncos.
Jesus Christ. Who you got? Who you got?
I got the Broncos winning, and I got them covering the 3.5. Dallas, their defense is holding them back. Their defense is not that good. I know they played okay last. I know they played better last week, but that's because, like you said, Marcus Mariota just wasn't ready coming off the bench. I think that's why he played so bad. But the Cowboy, I think Bo Nix will expose them. Evan Ingram, Cortland Sutton. I think this is gonna be a blowout. I could see Denver winning this game by 10 plus points, and I think their defense is good enough to they can stop Dak. Because from listening to the Broncos defenders last week, it didn't really seem like they took Jackson Dart seriously, and then they found out that Jackson Dart was better than what they thought he was.
Yeah.
So I think that was a case of that, but I think they bounced back, and I think they shut down this Cowboys offense this week. So I got the Broncos winning. What about you?
All right. So first thing, I want to give the Cowboys a little bit of praise, and then I'm dive into my prediction. So I mean, obviously we know they haven't had both their wide receivers all year. They did last week for the first time. They did in the beginning of the season, and they did last week. So I do think they have a chance on offense, right? Their offense is probably top five, like just offensively. And Javonte Williams as
Well, they're ranked number one.
yeah, I ain't buying that, but I'm just gonna say top five. So he turned a new leaf. Ferguson's good. They got good wide receivers. I'm not like a Dak hater. I'm not a Dak truther. I'm more just realistic with what I think Dak is. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I think this would be a Patrick Surtain Jr. game. I believe he gets Dak at least once. If he don't get him, he at least tampers with his receivers enough where it affects them, right? I don't think Javonte Williams gets his revenge game because you remember he's from the Broncos. I think the Broncos know what he is. I think they find a way to shut him down. With that being said, I got the Broncos winning and covering. Um, Dallas has a lot of issues on defense. Putting Diggs on the IR doesn't help that. Land hasn't looked as good as what got him that money, say up until this point. Um, Trading Micah was arguably one of the most stupidest decisions. The guy they brought in from, good player, but nowhere near the disruptor that Micah Parsons is. And
Well,
these
according to Jared, they didn't need that. They brought him in to stop the run.
Yeah, I know, but you haven't stopped the run neither. So I mean I was against that from the beginning. As far as why I believe they'll lose, Denver's just they're the more fine oiled or better oiled machine. Their defense is amazing. Their offense is at least mid tier. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the top of the food chain, but if you could have a top 7 defense and a top 15 offense, that's a recipe to win. And I do believe that the Broncos offense will get better. If I was them, I would be in the market of trying to trade for wide receiver because I do believe that they're missing. I don't know how much I believe Sutton is a true one versus a two. You know, So I think that Judy was supposed to be the one, Sutton was supposed to be the two. It didn't work out. I think they need a one. So, or if you want Sutton to be the one, you need a better two, right? Because Franklin is knit. And I think that will be the Broncos' problem at the end of the season if they don't resolve it. But I do believe they win and cover the spread.
Yeah, I agree. And to your Patrick Surtain point, I don't see him getting interceptions because I think whoever he's covering, whether it's Pickens or Lamb, he's going to shut them down. And I think he's going to shut down one side of the field, and Dak's going to target whoever the other corner's covering.
All right, so quick question. Is he the best corner in the league right now?
I'll say he is. I mean,
Yeah,
he was a defensive player of the year last year.
yeah, he's number one on my cornerback list. I'm just making sure we're in agreement there. But yeah, I think he's number one.
I mean, so far he's looking better than his dad.
And his dad wasn't no slouch. His dad was real good.
Nah, it's like his dad's dominated for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah. So let's see how that goes. But I remember Pat Surtain Senior cooking.
Yeah,
So
with the Dolphins.
yep, correct. There was another good cornerback on the other side. Trying to I can't find it in my memory, but they had two good corners at that.
I think it was because I know he left Miami, went to the Giants because he won a Super Bowl with them. I think his last name was Madison. I can't think of his first name.
Sam Madison. You're
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
You're right. Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. They was I mean they was loaded when they had both those guys.
Yeah, because he signed with the Giants and he was on that Super Bowl team when they beat the undefeated Patriots.
Yep. And he honestly didn't. I forgot he was there. Like on the Dolphins, they was cooking. I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, I think the Giants was at the end of his career, but he got a ring on the way out.
he did. He did.
All right, and then the last game for the 1 o'clock window, we have the Tennessee Titans 1-6 at the Indianapolis Colts 6-1. Indy is 14 and a half point favorites in this game. And I'll be quick. I think Indy wins and they cover.
I'll be quick. I match you, and I got one more bold prediction. Jonathan Taylor scores 3 touchdowns again in the game this year.
Oh, it's gonna be this game.
Again. No, this is it. This is the game again. I think he's already done it twice. He has 3 touchdown games. This is going to be the trifecta. Three touchdown games. He might get another one. But what I'm saying is this one's almost a guarantee. A $10
Yeah,
$10 bet on that probably get you a band.
I agree. I think he will. I
Yeah.
think he will. I don't think this game's gonna be close at all.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be he's gonna have a 50-yard probably catching touchdown, a 30-yard rushing touchdown, and maybe a walk-in. But this is gonna be a blowout. They're
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be.
what sorry to cut you off, bro, but quick thing. Do we bench Cam Ward and just start getting him ready for next year before you kill his confidence? Or does benching him kill his confidence more than what he's doing?
I think benching him might kill his confidence more. I think at this point, just play it out because they fired the coach in this because I think they want to win, but if I don't know who their other quarterback is, but I don't think
I mean, you
he's
can't.
not gonna help them win.
Is Levis on a full season IR or is it a 6-weeker?
Now they put him full season IR.
That was a dumb decision. I think they should have brought him back if they could have. Yeah, I think he would have won. I think he would have won 3, 4 of these games that they lost.
Yeah, but I think it's what you said last week though. They did that just to make room for Cam Ward, so there's no distraction.
Yep,
He's had to look over his shoulder
that's exactly what they did. 100%.
because like all he had was shoulder surgery, but we don't know what for what.
Well, here's the thing. On the bright side, if they get a top 2 pick, they don't need a quarterback in their mind. So they'll have a great piece to trade. I guess that's the one bright side this team could look forward to.
I mean, but if you believe what the scouts are saying, which is this year's quarterback class is far better than last year's quarterback class. Therefore, whoever is coming now is probably even better than Cam Ward.
Well, then why not put Cam Ward on the block? It said that the Titans said they're willing to trade anyone but Jeffrey Simmons and Cam Ward. Why not just trade them? I know it'd be the biggest blunder and arguably one of the biggest laughing stocks in NFL history to trade the number one pick 7, 8 games into the season. But I mean, if that's what you're thinking, it's better to be on the train early than late. Trade him.
Um,
Don't do the kid a disservice and go draft and do what you did to Will Levis. You didn't learn your lesson.
I mean, probably not. History repeats itself.
All
Because
right.
what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep blaming the quarterback, thinking the quarterback's the problem. Or really, the problem is the team itself
Yeah, I'm
and
saying
who's running that team.
I've seen 8 games, and I say this unapologetically, and also knowing there's room for upgrade where this can adjust. Will Levis is better than Cam Ward as an NFL quarterback. He has better traits. He can hold on to the ball. He just has a better size, a better arm. You just downgraded. I guess if you downgraded this year, maybe you can upgrade next year. Maybe that's how you fix your wrongs. But if that's the case, just trade them other 2 kids out of there and stop ruining these kids' careers. Like that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like get Cam Ward out of there now. Post some guy off the couch, lose the rest of your games, draft your quarterback, and fuck up his career. Like that's the trajectory of what you've been doing. You know, because someone can fix Cam Ward's situation. Like what they got going on over there, it's like some of these teams don't even deserve to have a franchise. Like the NFL needs to step in and be like, bro, you got to do better. Like, do you need me to help you with some recruiting or something? Like, get you a coach? Like, send someone in pro bono? Like, we got to fix this. I mean, but quarterback isn't the problem over there. It's the system of what they're doing with these quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, and the first they should look at the GM too because he ain't doing a good job of getting players.
Bro, he can't scout for shit. Well, I guess he may not be scouting, but he is doing the picking. His wide receivers group atrocious. Tight end group atrocious. Running back group atrocious. I don't know anything he's drafted good over there. Cause even the good players they got came from other teams. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
like
like,
Calvin Ridley.
yeah, or Snead. Snead didn't come from there, he's from the Chiefs. So that maybe Jeffrey Simmons, I think, is the only born bred talent they have over there. That is like a bona fide star. Other than that, they don't have any guy over there that they drafted that's a star. Taylor Lewan was one of them. I mean, but they haven't done much over there for drafting this.
Yeah, but that's what Vrabel's guys.
But that's what I was gonna say. It goes even beyond this drafting. Like Vrabel's drafting sucked too. I'm not saying he was drafting. Like you got think of it like this. In the last 20 years of the Tennessee Titans, you got Vrabel, you got AJ Brown. Give me some other names.
Derrick Henry.
Yep, Jeffrey Simmons, Derrick Henry. So we got 4. Give me some more.
Trying to think, I can't think of any more.
The Rams got that in 1 year. You see what I'm telling you? Like
Yeah,
that's what I mean. There's the problem with their franchise. Like some of these teams are drafting so many studs in one draft. You can't get 5 good draft picks in 15 years. That's the problem. I mean, like so this isn't on the players, probably not on the coaches. It's on their organization, bro. It's on your scouts, your GMs, the guys that pick your players, the guys that hire the GMs, because it's a shit show. That's what it is. Even the Jets could draft good players. They coaches don't know what to do with them, but they're drafting well. You see what I'm saying? Like these are the differences.
yeah. The Titans don't have anything going on.
They don't have anything. Like in one draft class, the Jets drafted 4 good players, 4 Pro Bowlers a couple years ago. Well, whenever Sauce and them was taken, they got 4 guys, one draft. The Titans got 4 guys in 15 years.
It's a damn shame.
It is what it is, man. I would not want to be drafted by them, but we can move on.
Yeah, that franchise right now seems like it's cursed.
Yeah,
All right, so the nightcap we have the Green Bay Packers at 4-1-1,
yeah.
the top seed in the NFC right now, versus the Pittsburgh Steelers who are 4-2. Green Bay is 2.5 point road favorites as Aaron Rodgers will play his former team for the first time
Yeah.
since being traded.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I am gonna do this, and I thought about it before we jumped on. I got the Packers on my picks on Twitter. I'm changing it. I'm changing it. I'm doing it. It's the one game. I think this is the one time I've ever changed anything. Aaron Rodgers goes for 4 touchdowns and guts the Packers. He gets his revenge. I'm Steelers win this game.
You get the Steelers. Wow.
Now I picked. If you look on my picks online, and I'm gonna adjust this in the morning so people see it. I'm changing it. I got Aaron Rodgers. This game's in Lambeau,
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh. All right, would have been even better in Lambeau. Probably makes it easier for him being in Pittsburgh. But I got Aaron Rodgers getting his revenge game. I think he gets at least one long touchdown pass, probably like a 50-yarder to Metcalf or Calvin Austin. I think that he balls out this game, no turnovers. I think he protects the ball. And I think that Jordan Love is the guy that goes into this game shaky because it's probably more important to him to beat Aaron Rodgers. And I think he gives them one. I think the Steelers win this game. I think Jordan Love plays bad tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Steelers pulling off the upset. I think they win it out. I think they're going to try to do it for Aaron,
Yeah.
and I think Aaron will probably continue on the Brett Favre trajectory of both playing for the Packers, both getting traded to the Jets, both going to a team.
And Gordon said, yeah.
Yeah, and then Brett Favre when he played the Packers for the first time,
See,
he won. I think Aaron Rodgers wins this game, and yeah, Steelers win.
think it means a lot to Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think that he'll play nervous. I think it means a lot more to Jordan Love, and I think he will play nervous. I think that would be the balance in this game where the tail skipped. And then we got the Monday night game whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so not too many games this week, I guess, because a lot of teams are on bye week.
Yep.
But we have the Monday night game. We have the Washington Commanders. They're 3-4 at the Kansas City Chiefs, 4-3. The Chiefs are 11.5 point favorites, and that's because Jaden Daniels is out. He has the sprained knee plus the hammy that he pulled last week.
Yeah.
So Mariota gets the start, but I still think this point spread is too high. Mariota, in my opinion, played pretty good when Jaden Daniels was hurt the first time. So I don't know why they think Kansas City's going to blow him out just because Mariota's playing. I think people are sleeping on Mariota, and I said this the last time Daniels was hurt.
Yeah.
Mariota and Daniels is pretty much the same player, so they don't have to change too much of the offense. They can run the same offense,
Yep.
and this offense is actually built for Mariota going back to his college days at Oregon. So I got Kansas City winning, but I have Washington covering the spread. I don't think Kansas City is going to blow them out like people think they are just because Mariota's quarterbacking.
All right. And just before we get into that, reason why it seems like a short week, Cardinals on a bye, Lions on a bye, Jaguars on a bye, Rams on a bye, Raiders on a bye, Seahawks on a bye. So the whole NFC West is on a bye besides the 49ers, which let's root that they lose. But to the game, Kansas City caught their stride, bro. They're gonna blow them out. It's gonna be
You
the
think so?
third blowout of the week, and it's not gonna be Mariota's fault. And I know McLaurin's back. Krosky Merritt, it's just I don't know, man. He came out so hot in the beginning of the year as far as when he was getting 3 to 5 touches. Now he's getting 15 and can't do shit. Um, you're running with an old tight end, and I know Ertz is doing good, but none of this scares anybody. And I think right now it's the worst time because the Commanders are not. This is the big thing. The Commanders are not healthy, and I feel like they're one loss away from being sellers and realizing they're not as good as they thought they were, which we said from the beginning of the year that they shouldn't have over exceeded money thinking that they was like a top 14 because we didn't see that, you know? Um,
Yeah, I mean they went all in this year thinking that that like you said they're a top 14. And I know last year they finished as the second best team in the NFC,
yeah,
but I didn't feel like they were the second best team in the NFC.
yeah, it was the Rams. Everybody knew that. One of us had to go home between us and the Eagles. The Commanders weren't never in that they had a luxury of who they faced, right? Now, the main thing that I'm looking at here is the Commanders are not healthy. They need to get healthy. And they need to find a run game. They need to figure out the offensive line. This
Yeah,
McLaurin,
Mariota was their leading rusher last week.
yeah, McLaurin's first game back. Um, Ertz is like a wrong cut away from needing to miss a game. There's just a lot going on there, right? And if you get down to Diami Brown, excuse me, because but bottom line, when you get down to your fourth, fifth wide receiver, because I do believe that they may have shipped him out, but when you get down to your fourth, fifth string wide receiver, it's not going to do it against the Chiefs. Because right now, when you look at the Chiefs, forget that their defense has been playing better. Forget that Mahomes is playing better. There's reasons why. So Pacheco just hasn't looked good. Rashad Smith looked, especially passing out the backfield right now, looks great because he's a wide receiver converted. So you know he got the hands, right? He gave them 13 touches, I believe, last week. He's a guy that you should watch on breakout alert because he's never played running back. If he starts averaging 5 yards a carry, he could end up being an RB1, especially with the Chiefs.
You
Now,
think he'll get the carries though if Kareem Hunt plays?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. You gotta look at it. If Hunt does play and he gets the carries, Hunt's getting phased out. If Hunt don't play and he gets the carries, this is a guy that could steal the starting job. Forget that the secondary carries because if he's the biggest threat out the backfield, you can kind of work around the blocking and stuff.
Yeah,
So
especially when Pacheco have a down year.
exactly, exactly. And especially when they ask them to play running back, so they see something in you. They asked you to play running back in that first game. You got, I mean, this is what I looked at, and it comes down to the trust factor, right? So he got 19 touches the first time playing running back, and this isn't even as a starter. So what that tells me is they see something in him. So he got 14 carries for 39 yards. That's not great. But he also got 5 catches for 42. Pacheco got 1 catch for -5. He only got 2 more carries than him. He had 15 to 13, maybe 15 more yards, right? So not much of a difference. But when it comes to the passing, Rashad Smith is clearly the passing back because even Hunt isn't going to take that from him. He don't get the catches. So factoring in that weapon, Noah Gray and Kelsey, you know what they can do. Factor in Rasheed Rice is back. Worthy's healthy. Bro, I think they're just running into the Chiefs at the wrong time. Like the Chargers, we predicted you predicted Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos. I predicted Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers. Right now, that division is up for grabs. Who knows who's gonna be right? But I think right now, the Chargers ain't gonna lose for another 7, 8 weeks. I mean, excuse me, the Chiefs ain't gonna lose a game for the next 7, 8 weeks. They're in their stride right now. So if they win that division, it wouldn't surprise me.
All right. I mean, I just think the games will be a lot closer than what you thinking. I still got the Commanders covering. I don't see them the Chiefs winning by like 12 points or more.
I see this game as a game where Mahomes is benched by the fourth quarter again. Same thing as last week.
Man, okay.
I mean, that means maybe in a larger perspective of things, Commanders might come back and cover the spread. but I don't think Mahomes is needed no more than 3 quarters this game.
All right, we'll see. Also, too, hopefully Luke McCaffrey gets more targets too this week.
They need to stop playing with him. That boy could be a stud. They just gotta give him the ball.
I agree. Just give him like 2 targets a game.
2 targets a game is crazy. He's like 6 or 7, and I guarantee he'll put up close to 100 yards a game, probably a touchdown. Just got to give him 6 to 7 targets. Yeah, my honesty reminds me of a younger, maybe not, doesn't have the size. I don't think I'd have to double check that, but he kind of reminds me of a younger Cooper Cup. But you got to give him the targets.
To me, it reminds me of his dad.
I think his dad just to me was just more big body. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like he's like similar to his dad, but I feel like he got better route running potential than his dad, and that's why I feel like the Cooper Cup shit comes in because I feel like Cup is like when it comes to route runners in his prime, he might be one of the best route runners ever. Like if you go back and just look at his feet work when he had that Triple Crown season, I don't know if there's many people outside of Antonio Brown that I seen with better feet work than him.
Well, I agree.
Well, put it like this: let them know where to find us, bro.
All right, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spreaker. And as Mike said earlier, you can follow us on X at Expected and at Mob Squad 508. Also, to scan the QR code or type in Mob Squad, you get 10% off on Doobie Energy. And yeah, hopefully it's gonna be might be a red zone game for us
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow.
It's definitely a red zone game. No pressure neither. It's kind of nice not watching Rams games on Sundays, not having the stress. Last week was fire though. Winning at the early morning game and just getting to enjoy the rest. I
Yeah.
I didn't mind that, but this week, all we need these are the wins that we're looking for as Rams fans. First of all, smash the comments, subscribe, thumbs up, and let's cheer for the Atlanta Falcons loss. I don't think it's coming this week, but let's cheer for it. Let's cheer for that Niners loss.
Cheer for the Dolphins.
Yeah, we cheering for the Dolphins this week, and we obviously rooting against the Niners. I mean, I don't think we have. I mean, if we could win one of those games, we'll leave this week looking good. But
Hopefully this is the week where all the Miami players went to the meetings.
yeah, hopefully Wallace shows actually they threw him on the IR, right?
Yeah, he's on IR. He got hurt.
Son of a bitch, man. He was the one that could have killed them, but like, I don't think they got. I mean, maybe A-Chain could do something here, but it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. We're more likely to see Bradley Chubb get traded before the game tomorrow than the Dolphins winning. So we'll see how it happens, but I'll talk to you in the morning, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Salute.
Get some sleep, bro.